And you'll see a few options here. You can add a property, you can schedule an open house, or we have what we call the Start Open House Wizard. Let's go ahead and start with the Start Open House Wizard, and then I'll explain kind of the different things you can do with properties, open houses, and leads. So if you click on Start Open House, it starts the wizard. Now, when you're in the wizard, we're going to take you through a series of steps to get to the open house. So we're going to first select the property, then we're going to select an open house for that property, then we're going to add the questions that we want, and then select the design, and then launch the sign-in sheet. And this is an easy walkthrough. You can do all of these steps separately. As I mentioned before, you can create properties separately, and each property can have one or more open houses. So for example, if you wanted to create a Saturday open house and a Sunday open house and a Tuesday broker tour or a Wednesday tour, we have the concept of separating all your open houses, and you can manage them separately, and you can add separate custom questions to each open house. But in this case, we're going to go through the wizard as if we were already all set up, and then I'm going to show you that process here. So first we can select a property, and if we don't have one, we can create a new one. But let's assume we have one, and it's very easy. The only thing you need is a name, and you can add the address and other details if you wanted. We've already went ahead and had some properties here. Again, you can use Happy Open House for residential properties, for luxury properties, for leases, for rentals, for commercial, for business opportunities, for lots. You can use it for virtually anything you want. There are even interesting use cases for events and showings that you can use Happy Open House for. So let's go ahead and select this property. Once we select that property, we go to the open house step in the wizard. Now, we already have some open houses set up. You can create a new one. So for example, if you have an upcoming one, you can select the day and the time, right? You can give it a description. For example, Saturday 2 to 4, and you can select the day and the time. But we already have some selected already, so let's go with the Saturday 2 to 4. So the next step in the wizard is to add custom questions. Now, a couple of things about adding custom questions. First, you'll notice that we have the option of what we call a single page or a multi-step. If you select single page, all of the questions will be on one page in the sign-in sheet. The user will come in, fill out their details, and press submit or finish, all on one page. If you select multi-step, it creates a wizard where the user is only asked one question at a time. So they're asked one question, you press next. One question, you press next. So that's up to you, what preference you want. We give you the option and the flexibility to have the type of experience that you want for your visitors. And the idea is you can select questions from pre-existing questions or questions that you've created and saved as templates, or you can create brand new questions on the spot. Let's not create a question right now. When you go to select questions, you can see all of them, and you can differentiate by the system or the default questions or your own custom questions or all that are available. These are already checked off in this example, but we can add, are you pre-approved again? And you add it. So now it shows up. Again, creating a question is very easy. Now, once you have your questions selected, let me go ahead and delete that one because it's just a repeat question. And you can delete by swiping to the left. And you can actually swipe to the right and reorder your questions, so up or down, so you can bring it up or bring it back down. So don't forget that you can always swipe to either delete or take more actions. Now let's go ahead into the next step of the wizard. This is where you will select your design. You can upload new pictures. This is going to be the background image that will be used in the sign-in sheet. We went ahead and selected one already. We can press start, or you can press start here as well. And now you're getting ready to start what we call open house mode, or this is where you're launching the sign-in sheet. Let's go ahead and start open house mode.